Okay, so this is my screen capture video for my Education 480 class, and as an English major, I'm going to use my screen capture video to teach you how to analyze a poem. So I looked up some famous poems, and one of the most famous poems is The Road Not Taken by Robert Frost. So where do you start when you want to analyze a poem? Well, first things first is to count the many stanzas that you have. So you want to go down and number these, because when you refer back to them in the lines and how they relate, you want to know which lines relate without puzzling the person that's analyzing whichever analyzation that you've made yourself. So after these lines are numbered, and this will take me a second, you're going to want to go through and look for words that you don't know the meaning to. And this is important because knowing the meaning of something will really help you put together a lot of the relationships that each word has and why the poem is significant. Okay, so now that these are underlined, we're going to look for words that we don't understand. And as an English major, for myself, it's not something that I particularly have an issue with. But if you want to figure out what words mean, especially for students that are younger, whereas I'm going to be middle school education, you would want to highlight words that you know that they're going to not understand. So you're going to go through here and you're going to look through all of these, read this back, and, highlight words you don't know. And after you've highlighted all of these words, you're going to define them. So let me pull up my website. We're going to put define, what was the word I was looking at? Define trodden. Trodden, past participle of tread. So tread is walk in a specified way. And you can make a small note of that. I'm going to stick it in here in italics. Walk in a specified way. So now that we know that, we'll know that had warned them about the same, and both that morning who lay and leaves no step had trodden. So we know that's walked in a specific way. Black. So trodden black. So that way, these are some basic steps to analyzing a poem, and you really want to be able to analyze these. So when you write a sentence and you say, in lines 11 through 12, the protagonist used the word trodden to basically underline his way back, to basically present how his trip back was. See, I haven't even read the poem, but either way, these are some very beneficial ways to understand the poem, and also just to get a bigger layout. Having a larger layout of a poem will make it easier to understand. It'll be easier to find connections between each line. Analyzing poems is kind of tricky, so it's interesting to see how different people analyze them, but for younger people, I think it's best to make sure they number their lines, find the relationships between each lines, highlight words they don't understand, and define them so that analyzing a poem is a lot easier.